Now, where are you from?
I'm from Arkansas,
What part?
Northwest Russellville, Arkansas.
I've never heard of that before.
Yeah, man, little small town, man. Ain't nothing too big to talk about, you know.
What was it like for you growing up in Russellville for you? Paint the picture for us.
Crazy, man, you know. Like I said, I was born in Alabama, Montgomery, you know what I mean? Montgomery, everybody pretty much know it. That's pretty grimy, you know what I mean? I just went to high school there, you know what I mean? And graduated from there. It was straight though, you know what I mean? Ain't too much trouble you can really get into unless you just, you know, fall into it or want to get into it, I guess.
So you were born in Alabama.
Yeah.
And then eventually made it to Russellville.
Yeah.
What was the reason, when, at what age, and then what was the reason for Russellville?
Man, you know, I didn't have no choice in that, and I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? So folks were like, shit, you going to Arkansas, you know what I mean? So it is what it is, you know what I mean? I love it.
Do you want to say what city in Alabama?
Montgomery.
Oh, Montgomery.
Yeah.
Okay. So what age were you when you moved?
Man, I don't know. I pretty much went to high. I went to almost every grade in Arkansas. You know what I mean? But I always went back to Alabama for the summers and everything like that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I was pretty much kind of back and forth.
Got you. Now, would you consider your upbringing in Alabama or Arkansas rough?
I consider it, man. I'll say rough. You know what I mean? It was just living. You know what I mean? It was struggle. You know what I mean? Everybody had to go through something to get anywhere.
Growing up, going to school, what type of student were you in school?
I was all right. You know what I mean? I wasn't a straight A student. You know what I mean? I made A's, B's. You know what I mean? A few C's. I went to college. You know,
Graduated high school, went to college?
Yeah, I went to college on a track scholarship. You know what I mean? Didn't really work out for me. Things turned out, you know. Trying to do that in streets, both sides of the fence, you know. You're going to eventually fall over to one side or the other, you know. I fell over into the streets, you know what I mean?
Dropped out of college?
I went to the penitentiary.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, from college, from ASU to ADC, you know what I'm saying?
What year in college did that happen? Freshman, sophomore, junior, senior?
Sophomore year.
Sophomore year.
Yeah.
Did you lose your scholarship behind it?
Yeah, I lost everything behind it. You know what I mean? I went and did like 9 years. Well, I did 7. I did 7 the first time. I got out like 20 months and caught another little charge and went back, did another little 19, 20 months. Got out, linked up with Fiend, and now it's FDE.
FDE?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, just curious, what's your advice to somebody watching this when it comes to college? Because some people say you need college, some people say you don't need college, some people say maybe a trade school, some people say, drop out of college and become very successful on their own, like Bill Gates. I almost said Kevin Gates, like Bill Gates or Kanye West. And some people go to college, get a degree, and don't even have a job they got a degree in.
Man, I was just talking to one of my partners about this shit the other day.
What's your advice to someone thinking about enrolling?
I mean, college, educating yourself, you can never go wrong educating yourself, you know what I mean? I read a lot while I was in the box, you know what I mean? And honestly, like one of the realest books that really I think took me to another level, changed my perspective on a lot of shit was John D. Rockefeller's autobiography, you know what I'm saying, The Titan, you know what I mean? But education, you can't go wrong with that, you know what I mean? If you want to go to college, I would say go to college. Just don't go into college and think like, oh, I'm going to go get a sociology degree because I can do blase, such and such. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go get this one degree that I can go do a bunch of different things. You know what I mean? Like, it's like with anything in life, you got to have a clear line of sight. You know what I mean? So if you're going to go and get something that you know you're going to do. You know what I mean? Like, ain't no ifs, ands, buts about it, you know what I mean? Like, I want to be a doctor. Well, shit, okay, buckle down and go be a doctor then. You know what I mean? If you want to be a nurse, buckle down and go be a nurse. You know what I mean? You want to be a dentist, go be a dentist, you know what I mean? You want to be an engineer? Okay, go ahead and be an engineer, you know what I'm saying? But don't go out here and get no motherfucking sociology degree, goddammit, and getting $40,000-$50,000 worth of motherfucking student loan debt, you know what I mean? And then be working at motherfucking Kroger, you know what I mean? Not even doing what you supposed to be doing, or Walmart or something, you know what I mean? Like, the shit just don't add up, man.
Now, let me ask you this. Reflecting back 2020 hindsight, you talked about you were going to school and the streets, they intertwined. You almost had to make a choice, and you chose the streets and ended up going to prison, doing, what, 8-9 years almost? If you could go back in time, what would you have done? Would you have stuck with the with the scholarship that you had? Would you have skipped college altogether and done something else? Maybe go straight to the music? What, just 2020 hindsight, just curious.
Man, honestly, bro, I don't even think about it, fam. Like, that shit'll drive you crazy, man. You think I had 7 years to sit back and try to analyze and pick this apart. Like, damn, fuck. Well, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I just give thanks to God, you know what I mean, that I got a second chance or third chance out here, you know what I mean? And that I'm in a position to be able to help and provide for my family, and, you know, to be working with a legend, you know what I mean? It's a fiend, you know what I mean? That he's seen potential and want to bring me along and guide me through this terrain, you know what I mean, or this music industry, you know what I'm saying, to help me establish something for myself and build something for myself with it, you know what I mean? So, you know, I don't even think about it, because at the end of the day, like, that shit made me who I am, you know what I mean? It made me everything, like, it made me have the morals I got, the principles, you know what I mean? To be the hard body, strong, you know what I mean? I have my own mind, you know what I mean? Like, got a bunch of followers out here nowadays, you know what I mean? Like, I honestly, like, I don't even think I would go back and just change it. It's hard, it's difficult. If that 9 was, you know what I mean? Like, shit, I'm sure I could have did something different, or would have did this or whatever, you know what I mean? But shit, who to say I'd be here having this conversation with you right now, you know what I mean?
Jobs you had growing up, if any?
I think everybody in my hood, we used to work at CC's back in the day for their first job, you know what I mean?
What's that?
CC's Pizza.
Oh, okay. I thought that was it.
Yeah, everybody black used to have their job in the hood, you know what I mean?
Quit that job? Got fired from that job?
I really don't even remember, man. I think I was playing football or something. It was like, fuck it, you know what I mean?
Any crazy stories dealing with that job? Anything out of the norm?
Man, just imagine a bunch of 15, 16-year-old motherfuckers just at a pizza spot doing whatever they want to do, you know what I mean? Yeah.
So you didn't have to deliver pizzas or anything. You just worked at the restaurant style type of.
Yeah, it was like a buffet joint. You know, it was crazy. I ain't ate. That was like in 99, big homie, and I ain't ate at that motherfucker since. Like, that shit fucked me up. That fucked me up for life, man.
Well, you should probably just take a walk in and see if it's changed. You know.
Nah, I think I'm good on that one now, man.
Now, were both parents in your life?
Yeah.
Living together or separated?
They live together.
Siblings? Any siblings? Or were you the only child?
Nah, I'm the oldest of 4.
What else did you have? Sisters, brothers?
I got 2 sisters and 1 brother.
Anybody else in your family rap besides yourself?
Nah, man, it's just me, man. Just me.
What does your family think about your rap career?
You know, they support it, you know what I mean? I just do it, man. Like, I learned, man, a long time ago, I think Prince taught me this too, like, shit, the only person I'm worried about disappointing or letting down is myself, you know what I mean? As far as, like, the world and the public and everything, like, man, that shit, you know, can't nobody be a tougher critic than me, you know what I mean? I'm gonna be harder on myself than anybody. So at the end of the day, you know what I mean, if I could get up and look in the mirror and be like, yeah, you solid, you know what I'm saying? Be like, yeah, you know what I mean? Then I'm cool with that, you know what I mean? If I rap and don't ever sell a record, I didn't rap because I want to rap, you know what I mean? If I want to come in here and go flood World Star with bullshit videos, and, you know what I mean? Because I want to do it, and that's on me, you know what I mean? As long as I get some enjoyment out of it, and I feel like I'm I'm doing what I want to do. You know what I mean?
Have they ever seen you perform?
Yeah, not my parents, but my brothers and sisters and them have. Yeah.
In regards to your parents, what's the worst thing you put them through?
Prison.
What's your message to the youth?
Man, be your own person, man. Be your own person no matter what nobody say, no matter what nobody do, you know what I mean? Whatever you feel like doing, whatever you feel like you want to be, you can be it, you know what I mean? I'm a living testimony, this shit, you know, from nothing to something, you know what I'm saying? 2 years out of jail, I'm jugging, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm out here, you know what I mean? Shit, I own businesses, you know what I mean? Like, I got out of jail, opened up a business and did this and did that. Like, ain't no limitations. The only limitations you got is what you put on yourself. You know what I mean?